Jeremiah, please lead us off.
Yeah, just tell us a little bit about the emotions that you guys felt there. It seemed like a big one.
Go ahead, Cristian.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, reaching a final is a big deal. We play two really good teams, so it feels a little extra special. But we still have a job to do. But obviously, when you score in the last minute of a game in a semifinal, there's a lot of emotion. But it was a hard-fought game. I thought both teams transitioned really well, but at the end of the day, we're really proud that we were able to win the game.
Cool. Nico, go ahead.
For Léo Chú, I just wanted to obviously get his first impressions of coming into the game and what were the directions that Brian told you for going in.
Quais foram as suas impressões e as diretrizes, as instruções que o treinador te deu entrando no jogo?
Fico muito feliz pela vitória. O treinador e os jogadores estão me ajudando muito e me deram confiança para mim fazer um grande jogo e a gente sair com a classificação.
I'm very happy, especially with the result. The coach and the players have all been helping me a lot, giving me confidence, and I'm very happy about qualifying to the final.
Yeah. Cristian, you talked a little bit about the ebb and flow of this game. Can you just talk about the depth of the team and how you guys have really molded together and how patience played a part in the win?
Yeah, I think we've all year we've had to dealt with adversity. We've dealt with injured players not being here. Nico wasn't here for rest, and we talk about Jordan Morris and then losing Steph. So we've used almost everybody in our roster. So it feels extra special. I think our team feels united more than ever because of that reason. Sometimes you only use 15, 16 guys throughout the season, and the fact that we've utilized 1 through 20, 26, 27 is fantastic. It keeps the team motivated. It keeps the guys on their toes, competing and training, because they never know when their next chance is going to be. Right? It could be in a midweek game. So I think that's what makes it feel a little bit more special, using everybody. And we see our subs change the game. Will came on to almost close out the game, maybe shoot a PK, but he brought that energy, that spark. Nico as well, Nico Benezet. So it's really I think chemistry-wise, it's really satisfying to see.
Steven.
Cristian, you guys had to achieve a really high level of play to win the game tonight. How can you apply that to league matches? Do you think maybe your next few league games might feel a step or two slower now that you've seen such a strong side and kept up with them?
Well, I think we don't see too many teams like Santos in our region. A very young, dynamic team who presses extremely well. We see bits of it in our Western Conference. So, our next game, with all the emotion that comes with this, it will be difficult because we're on a high right now, obviously, and we have to go on the road at RSL, and it'll be a difficult game. So, controlling those emotions while knowing that you have a final to play on Wednesday, and also, preparing for a game against a tough RSL.
Léo, como vai? Parabéns. Fantastic pass to set up Bravo for the game winner. Could you walk us through that? What were you thinking? What were you trying to accomplish there?
Falou em português, parabéns, né? Fantástico passe para o Raul e para o gol vencedor. Conta um pouquinho para a gente como foi a jogada, como você estava pensando.
Eu estava muito confiante hoje, sabia que se eu entrasse eu podia ajudar os companheiros e fui feliz nesse passe e graças a Deus o Raul fez gol e a gente está na final agora.
I was feeling very confident. I felt that if I entered the match, I could help the team. So I'm very happy about the pass, about the fact that it ended in a goal, and I'm very happy that we are in the final.
Jeremiah.
Yeah, Cristian, you played in a final in Vegas at the stadium not too long ago. Is there any experience you can take from that that you can kind of pass on?
Well, the game will be fast because the field, from what I remember, it was perfect. Beautiful stadium that'll add a little bit more, intensity to the game. But it's a big moment. I think you're playing in a big city, party city. So I think the atmosphere should be good. But at the end of the day, we have to be focused because it's going to be a tough one. But I remember being there and the atmosphere being great, it being loud, the indoor stadium playing a big factor in the game because you can run for days and the field is really fast.
All right.
Cristian, with Raul, we all see the goal scoring, obviously, but it just seems like you have this knack for the timing of it and always stepping up in the clutch moments. As his teammate who's been around him for a while, what do you kind of attribute that to?
I think mentality. You could see him become different when it's a playoff game, when it's a big moment, when we're playing a Mexican side, when he has ties on the other side or the other team, when he knows someone. There's a little bit extra that he gives. You saw it in the LAFC game in 2019. I could see it in the All-Star game, and you see it in moments like today. He was dangerous all game, and it was unfortunate that he didn't score another one in the first half. But at the end of the day, he's a goal scorer, and he'll find his way to score a goal.
I think we're probably going to go to the Zoom portion now. We'll circle back for follow-ups at the end, but I'll toss it over to my colleague Kelly Schutz, who will facilitate some questions via Zoom.
Great, thanks, Matt. We're going to start with Sergio Venegas. Sergio, go ahead and take yourself off mute for your question.
Thank you very much. This is Sergio Venegas from Mexico City. Boa noite, ¿cómo está você? ¿Podía falar para México qué es lo que espera de la torcida do Seattle? And in English, what do you really expecting this game so tough? You just beat one of the best team on Mexico City from Santos, and congratulations for the victory for both.
Cristian, go ahead.
I expect a tough opponent. Whether it's one or the other. In the final, I think it's going to be a difficult match. The intensity is going to be there. Today wasn't easy. It took a lot out of the boys tonight to come away with the win. I thought we were a little bit off in the final third, but we had to bring the intensity today to be able to compete, and that's going to be the story in the final, to be able to come out with a victory.
Next, we've got Jada Evans.
Thank you. Congratulations, y'all, on the win. Cristian, you talked a little bit earlier about Raul and him being dangerous. There's also that timing that you guys talk about. And here again, he had a goal at a critical time. Is that becoming uncanny, though, at all? Or, can you talk a little bit about that part? I mean, his timing of these goals.
Yeah, it's difficult to be up for these games and play extremely well in big moments. That's what big time players do. That's why he gets paid the big bucks, because he was dangerous all game. He had 3 shots or 3 chances that also could have ended up in the back of the net. So it's difficult to maintain that level of confidence, that level of quality in front of goal in big moments, in big games, but he does it each and every time. Each and every time we seem to have a big game. So, you got to have that killer, and Raul is that killer for us.
Okay, next we'll go to Fernanda Arellano.
Thank you. I'm sorry. My name is Fernanda Arellano from Soccer Adictos MX. My question is for anyone. They get the victory at the last minutes, with this the pass to the final. What do you stand the most from your team? Of course, taking into account that it was fun to the end.
Could you repeat just that last part, Fernanda, please?
Yes. they get the victory at the last minute, with this the pass to the final. What do you stand out the most from your team?
So, o gol saiu no finalzinho, né, e garantiu a passagem para a final. O que você acha que isso representa? O que isso você reconhece no time?
Fico muito feliz, né? Desde que eu cheguei, eu notei que é um grupo vencedor e eu vim para cá por isso. Vim para fazer história com meus companheiros e muito feliz. Vamos em busca desse título aí, que seja o primeiro de muitos com essa camisa.
Look, I was very happy from the moment that I arrived, and even the reasons why I came here was because this is a group of winners. I came here to make history with this team, and I'm very happy about the result. And we are going after the trophy, and to be the first of many more that I'll achieve here.
Okay, great. Next we'll go to Felipe Maqueda.
Felicidades, Cristian, por el triunfo. Fue un partido difícil de principio a fin. ¿Me pudieras dar tus impresiones? Estamos en vivo para Enrique Center.
Sí, la intensidad fue muy alta de Santos, de nosotros. Teníamos que presentar la intensidad durante el partido. Sentí que en el segundo tiempo bajó la intensidad de nosotros. Y pues defensivamente teníamos que presionar mejor en el segundo tiempo, pero esas cosas pasan en un partido, pero la verdad sentí que en frente de gol nos faltaba un poco más, pero estamos cerca de meter más goles en el primer tiempo. Contento con el triunfo y el primer tiempo, pero todavía tenemos que arreglar las cosas para ganar una final el miércoles.
Gracias, Cristian.
The question was, it was a tough match from beginning to end. Can you tell us a little bit about the overall match, your impressions? The answer, well, indeed, it was a very high-intensity game from Santos and from us. We knew that we had to show up and show intensity. In the second half, I even felt that we lowered that intensity a little bit, and we knew that we had to press more on the defense. But overall, I'm happy, and truth is that, maybe we created more in the first half. It was missing something we were missing something in front of goal. But very happy that with the win, and especially the first half, I do know that we have to improve some things for a win on Wednesday.
All right, guys, I think that concludes the Zoom portion. Might have time for one or two more follow-ups in here. Nico, I know you had your hand up before.
Cristian, just wanted to know, you've been to two MLS Cup finals, you've reached that moment. Where does this one kind of relate to that? And where's that intensity of the team or that feel of the group going into this game?
Yeah, I think it's been a total team effort, and I think that's the difference. Maybe in previous finals, we've used, 14 guys, 15 guys, but we've used our whole team this year. And I think our locker room this year is really close. And so I think that's what makes it extra special, getting to a final. Obviously, we played two opponents that we don't normally face, but the camaraderie within the group, seeing it come together, and also staying on top of the Western Conference. That's something that we take pride in, as well as, competing in a different tournament. So the camaraderie within the group, staying on top of the West, and doing it, our way, doing it without some guys, and hopefully we can get a good result in Vegas.
All right, last one here.
Aaron from RS Sport Network. Cristian, you mentioned that this game, the pressure was a lot more than what you see in the MLS usually. So what learning did you take to the final for this? And is this a strategy or it gives you an opportunity to learn this type of pressure to use back in the MLS and maybe win the championship?
Yeah, I think we can take a lot from this game. Obviously, second balls were really important in games that you get pressed in. Bringing the intensity obviously is really important when teams press like this. and then being ready to battle, to duel. I felt like in the second half we were a little bit late or tired or or lacked that mentality, that killer mentality. So I think those are the things that we need to improve on to get into the final, because it's not going to be easy. There are going to be times where you're under pressure, but you have to stay mentally strong in these games, because these Mexican teams will keep coming at you if you let them.